It's this philosophy of the 80-20 rule, which you're probably familiar with in some way, shape, or form, the 80-20 rule or the Pareto principle. And how we apply this is, for most businesses, what we found is that about 20% of the activity you do on a day-to-day basis in running your business, 20% of your activity generates 80% of your results. And so when you think about growth, when you think about expanding, when you think about documenting things in order to share with others, we want to be thinking about, what is that 20%? What are those key drivers, the 20% of the activity or activities that you're doing every day that generate 80% of your results. And there are three primary drivers that people think of, or business owners think of, when they think about growing, franchising. Fill in the blank. It says why franchising at the top, but fill in the blank. Why licensing? Why whatever it might be? And number one is money. It's the use of other people's money to grow your business. That's oftentimes what people are thinking about. How can I get someone else to grow my business without investing more of my own money and resources into it? The second one here is management. The number one consistent problem that I hear today from our clients, it's not even close, far above and away. The number one issue is staff. It's people. I can't find good employees. Or sometimes it's really, I can't keep my good employees. How do I retain and keep these folks? Because maybe I'm a stepping stone or I'm moving on. And so finding owner operators or vested managers to run your business is critical. Franchising helps solve that problem for you by having that vested operator, that vested owner operator in running the business, because they're going to put their own money into the operation. And the third reason people think about franchising is to multiply. You can just grow faster when you have other people investing their time and money and resources into opening up. They're able to grow faster. And so one of the things I like to point out specifically as it relates to medical rules and laws, franchising is a method of distribution that allows you to expand, and franchising can be used in any of these fields. Telemedicine is starting to become popular. And there are a few additional caveats that you need to be aware of on the various state laws and who's allowed to own your business. Do you have to be a licensed professional? Do you have to have a certification? Do you have to have a medical background or medical degree? What are the requirements on an individual state level as to who can own that? Famous companies, manufacturers, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, all used franchising to grow their businesses. But for most companies that we're talking to and are interested in expanding, especially when we're talking health and wellness, we're talking about some kind of a service that's being offered. And how can we get what you're doing in front of more customers, whether that be locally within your local or within your region, or maybe even nationally or internationally as you've started to expand. One of the visualization exercises is to visualize what your business might look like. What would you do differently if you had 1,000 locations or 1,000 operating units in your business? And so when you start thinking about franchising, expanding, growth, these are the kinds of things we want you to start thinking about. Oh, well, what would I do if I had 1,000? Just to get you thinking in that mindset. Sometimes clients get hung up on saying that they want almost a military style manual that has, thousands of pages and documents every little nook and cranny of what you can do. That's all well and good, but no one's ever going to read that thing. So we have to balance this concept of documentation and process with actual use and application. There needs to be a balance there.